Boing. He's got the dream, but that's all that matters, I suppose. These things are so dramatic. Ignore the blood dripping out of his mouth. He's been stabbed, so, you know, we can understand that. I think it was just getting used to reading something that was so light-hearted. Hello and welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be doing a reading vlog, another manga reading vlog, specifically reading One Piece. For the first time, we're diving in. Last month I read my first ever manga. I read 5, I believe. I read A Man and His Cat, Jujutsu Kaisen, Spy Family, A Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting, and Chainsaw Man. So I did read 5, and it was all leading up to this because this is the book that my friend Debs, who recommended those books to me, is her all-time favourite manga. And she's been desperate for me to read this, but she wanted me to read a few things before I got to this because she wanted me to be primed and ready to read this book, basically. One Piece is massive. Like, there are so many volumes of this. She's lent me hers, which is the 3-in-1 of the first 3 volumes. I've been doing some research, and there's like story arcs within sagas of this book, this series. In this first reading vlog, I'm going to read the first 2 story arcs in the first saga. The first saga is the East Blue saga, and the first 2 story arcs is the Romance Dawn arc and the Orange Town arc. And I think that gets to chapter 22, and this goes up to 26. I won't completely finish this, but I will finish most of this in this vlog. If I enjoy this, hopefully I will continue on and do more vlogs of reading the whole series. So hopefully I do like it. All I know is that there's a guy called Luffy, and it's pirates. That's about it. I have very high hopes for this. I feel there's a lot of pressure on this to like this series, so I'm a little bit nervous. So I have made it to chapter 3 of the first volume, and I thought I'd give you more of an update of actually what this book is about. So we have Luffy, who starts off as a young kid desperately wanting to be a pirate because this pirate ship group have made his village their home base for a few years, and he kind of admires them and looks up to them and wants to be like them. This pirate at the very beginning is hung with a great treasure hidden somewhere across the world, and he tells everyone when he's about to die that they can have his treasure so long as they can find it, but to do that they have to travel the whole world. So Luffy looks up to this pirate ship captain in the age of piracy, when everyone wants to be a pirate because they all want this treasure. He's too young basically to be a pirate, and he accidentally eats this gum fruit, which means he like is made of rubber now, so he's just like springy, like he like pulls his cheeks out and they come out. Let me see if I can find it. That was quite funny. Look. Boing. So like he's all like rubbery now, but it also means he'll never be able to swim because he'll just sink because he's rubber. So he's not got everything to be a pirate. But this pirate ship basically goes and he grows up, and it's 10 years later in the second chapter, and he sets out to make his own crew and discover people. So he's on his way now to find different crew members so that he can become the king of the pirates and the best pirate crew in the world, find the treasure and achieve all his greatness and his dreams. So that's where I'm at. Just a little update on what this is actually about. It is funny. I really like it, actually. I'm enjoying it. I have high hopes, high expectations and high hopes to continue. Okay, I just started chapter 3. Luffy's not going to be the best pirate. I feel like his ideas have got a bit ahead of himself, and I can relate to that. So he's met this little cabin boy who was like kidnapped and wanted to escape. So Luffy helped him kind of escape, basically. And now he wants to become part of the Navy, so he's taken him to the Navy harbour. And he's like, to this guy Kobe, he's like, "You're amazing," and he's like, "Why?" And then he's like, "You actually got us to our destination. Like, how? Like, you got us here." And the guy's just like, "Yeah, that's the minimum requirement of being a pirate, is actually being able to go places and navigate yourself." So he's like, "You should get a navigator." And Lou's like, "Yeah, no, I should actually. That's a good idea." So I feel like he's not going to be the most. He's not doing very well as a pirate. Or he's not got the tools or even the thought process really to be a good pirate so far. He's just, he's got the dream, but that's all that matters, I suppose. So, good luck to him. So, I finished the first volume. I'm also in a different location. I'm currently cat sitting just for a few hours today and tomorrow. And there's one babby asleep over there. But I finished the first volume of One Piece, and I am really liking it. We've met our next pirate captain, crew member, called Zolo, or Zolo, maybe, perhaps, who wants to be the most, like Luffy wants to be the king of the pirates, he wants to be the king of swordsmen, or the best swordsman in the world, or something like that. But he was wrongly captured by the Navy. There was a big happening, and we had this dude with he had an axe for a hand, and a jaw that was like a piece of armor. It was very strange. What I kind of like, and I think the other ones have had this, but I don't think I've talked about them. Between each chapter, there tends to be like a little kind of funny snippet. One's got like little like animations on how to like draw skulls, and then it's got like little things about the author or like character information, like he was deciding between the two kind of versions of the characters. And it's kind of like nice, like reading those little bits. I quite like that. So I'm going to continue reading the next volume and I'll let you know how that goes. Hello. So I'm halfway through now volume 2, which is about halfway through the whole omnibus, and we've met, I think, our next pirate companion group person, who's going to be the navigator. She originally is a pirate thief, as in she doesn't steal as a pirate, she steals from pirates, because once they've stolen things, she'll just then go and steal their things because they're bad people and they're not very good at actually keeping the things that they steal. So she's pretty good at that actually, but she ends up blaming stealing the map to the One Piece, the big treasure thing, on Luffy. He gets kidnapped by this big scary clown dude who doesn't seem to be able to die. These things are so dramatic. Like, reading this is just like, everything is just, it's very dramatic. And like all their facial expressions, like look at all the like expressions on that one page. Like they're just having a conversation, but everything's just like, rah. Oh, I don't know, he's got like earrings. He's like me. I'm like Zolo, look. Ignore the blood dripping out of his mouth. He's been stabbed, so you know we can understand that. So Luffy is now like trapped in a cage and can't get out of a cage. The clown person has also eaten some kind of fruit. Be careful about the fruits you eat in this world because it turns you into some strange beings. But his arms and like appendages, even when cut off from his body, still work with his body. Like he still controls them. So they thought that he'd been defeated, and then his floating dismembered hand stabbed Zolo, so watch out. He's also very sensitive about his nose. I don't know how he became to look like a clown, but I don't think he's a fan of the nose. So I'm going to keep going because the next bit looks really cool. There's like a tiger involved, or a lion even. Get your cats right, Kizzy. So I'm going to keep going and I'll update you hopefully. Probably, I seem to be doing it every half of a volume, so once this one's finished, unless something very good happens in between. We've come across my favourite page. Look at Luffy. It's funny. I finished volume 2. I'm not gonna lie, I flew through that so quickly. It's like pretty intense fighting between Clown Man, his sidekicks at one point, and Luffy. So like it's a lot of quite short action scenes, like boom, 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 boom. So it was easy to kind of like quickly read through. It's also kind of funny, that one. Funnier than I think I found the previous ones. Just some of the drawings are really funny, and some of the things like the first mate gets absolutely demolished, the guy with the lion, by Luffy, who they call a rubber man, obviously because he's like made of rubber. And he makes it back to the pirate people, his clown people, and he's passing out and he's trying to tell them that Luffy's a rubber man and that they shouldn't underestimate him. But all he gets it out is that he's a rub man. And they all freak out like, oh no, our reputation's going to get ruined. He's been defeated by a super powerful rub, like a massage. A masseuse has defeated us. We can't let this get out. And it was just kind of funny. I thought anyway. I feel like it doesn't sound as funny when I say it, but it was funny to read it. I kind of did start the next volume straight away because it left like literally in the middle of a scene, so I could not continue. So I'm now in the middle of a scene again, but it's kind of like slightly less intense at the moment. So I thought I'd do this little update. But I think I'm going to continue reading and try and finish this volume this evening, just because I'm in the mood now. I wasn't when I started this. I really had to like force myself to pick this up this evening. But now that I'm in it, I just want to keep going. So I'm going to do that, I think. So last night I did finish this omnibus and I completed the first 2 arcs in the One Piece saga, but many sagas. The whole big series. So I think that is the romance arc and the Orange Town arc. I think I settled on giving this whole omnibus a 4.5 stars. If I was to separate it into the 3 volumes though, I think I would give the first one a 3.5 star, then the second one like a high 4, and then the third one like a high 4.5 star, 5 star kind of read. I got much more into it as it went on. I think it was just getting used to reading something that was so light-hearted compared to what I'm normally reading. Like I'm normally reading quite dark, serious fantasy. that have like the odd joke here and there, which I enjoy, but it's not quite as like theatrical and dramatic and goofy as this is. So it kind of just took me a little bit to actually get used to like kind of like laughing at the jokes, which sounds really sad. But like I suppose when you're just not used to kind of like the theatrics, it seems a little bit much sometimes. But then by the time I got to the third volume, it was funny. Like I enjoyed the goofiness, I enjoyed the funniness, and like Luffy is such a funny character. He has no idea what he's doing, doesn't seem to know that he has no idea what he's doing, and just is completely like, he just says what he wants to say, but not in a bad way. Like he just always seems to be putting his foot in it, but in like doing the right thing. So he's always doing the right thing, but it's just like gonna get him in trouble with people that are really bad. All the baddies in this are also really fun. Like you've got the clowns, you've got circus people, you've got this like woman who thinks that she's the fairest of them all, of all the pirates, but actually she's this ugly thing. And you just got like the most ridiculous things that happen in this. But it is just a lot of fun. So I do want to continue it. It left on such a cliffhanger. Like it was literally in the middle of like a scene. So I need to continue on with it, and I hopefully will do soon and read the next arc that happens. So yeah, I'm excited to do that. I think it's the one that I've enjoyed the most, I think, out of all the manga that I've read so far. Maybe because I've read 3 volumes of it now, so I've given it more of a chance, you know, to get used to the characters, to kind of grow more attached to them and understand them a little bit more. So maybe I need to give the other ones a little bit more of a chance and read a couple more of those. But I'm very excited to continue on with this, and I think I will do soon. Thank you for watching this video. If you did like it, do like and subscribe. It does help my channel a lot. And I will see you in the next video next Sunday.